What is up, everyone? Welcome to AS Roma Theory. As Roma prepare their first big match of the season on Saturday evening against Juventus in Turin. I think this match doesn't need an introduction. I think this match is self-explanatory. It is a very difficult match, and for both sides, we cannot head to this match, go towards this match, saying that this is a big match only for us. Because this is a big match for Juventus as well. And these two teams right now, I think, are exceptionally equal. You could say that Juventus have got more talent in their team, but much of this talent which they built over the course of this transfer market is not available for the match against us. And this is something which we will discuss in this live stream, in the classic match preview, speaking about the predicted 11, speaking about the just how we're coming towards this match, and speaking obviously about Juventus as well. Before that, if you missed the live stream of like 1 hour ago, Roma are really close in finding their genie replacement under the names of Mady Camara from Olympiacos. He is someone which Mourinho really pointed his eyes on and really asked Thiago Pinto to accelerate for as genie replacement. And as Gianluca Di Marzio says, and as Fabrizio Romano say, Mady Camara and Roma and Olympiacos have agreed personal terms. And Mady Camara is in fact really close in becoming a new Roma midfielder. Just to be precise, this is Fabrizio Romano's statement. AS Roma have now opened talks with Olympiacos to sign Mady Camara as new midfielder. Personal teams are already agreed. Camara, Roma's favourite options as Boubakary Samare is also in the list, but Rennes are pushing to sign him too. So yeah, the situation is this, but let's talk about Saturday's match, because it's important to not lose the concentration in preparation for Saturday's match, because Saturday's match is just one of the first big tests of the season. You know, bear in mind the first two tests of the season against two small sides, we didn't play exceptionally well. And this is why against Juventus we need to top performances. Because if we play a bad performance against Juventus, yes, you managed to pull it through against Salernitana, yes, you managed to pull it through against Cremonese, but it's tough because Juventus is a better team. So it's important to definitely remain concentrated for this match, because we are capable of getting something out of this. Juventus are a dangerous team, but Juventus are not the best team in this league by far. Juventus drew 0-0 against Sampdoria. That puts to mind that we can easily get something from this match if we remain concentrated and if we fight. And this is a classic match where the team needs to avoid parking the bus. And it's as simple as that. If we start parking the bus, we will eventually concede. And the second we concede, if we park the bus, it's going to be impossible for us to score. Especially because their defense has improved. Bremer and Bonucci in defense have got the experience, have got the talent to mark our attackers exceptionally well. So this is a match where it is important to defend, and this is exactly why I've gone back with 4 defenders at the back. But it's extremely important to not just defend and to attack as well, and to not be afraid to attack. Because Juventus, a couple of times, bottle things up in defense. Juventus are a good side, they're a dangerous team, and in fact, I'd say they do start their favourites in this match, playing at home, in front of fans, look at their team, but they aren't 100% favourites in this match. And we can step in and stop them from being favourites. Because this season, we've built a solid squad with a lot of experience, a lot of talent. We can hurt them. And we don't need to be afraid to do this. We might end up losing this match. We might end up winning this match. But 48 hours before this match, we cannot go, I need to breathe. I need to maintain my panic attacks because I'm playing Juventus on Saturday. That is exactly what we need to avoid. But Juventus have got the talent, and this is the match of the injuries, because Roma obviously have Gini out and Nico out, and Juventus do have Pogba out and Di Maria out. So it's a match which some of the big superheroes in this match are missing, but and that puts to mind, I think Juventus without Di Maria and Pogba definitely means that Vlahovic gets less support, and that is a big reason of why he didn't score against Sampdoria. I think if Smalling turns up to this match really well, and we know Smalling can do, I think Vlahovic can easily not even touch the ball. If we can have the same Smalling who played the Conference League final, Vlahovic will not have the chances to touch a single ball. Because, one, if Smalling marks him well, he's going to have difficulties. But two, without Pogba and Di Maria behind him, he's going to have way less support. And we've seen this against Sampdoria. So Di Maria and Pogba out are definitely something good for us, but Gini and Nico out is definitely something good for them. This puts to mind it's a very equal match. And yeah, I mean, I've gone with, if you see it, I've gone with 4 defenders at the back. I've gone with Matic starting, and the big surprise of my predicted 11 is Zalewski up front. I've gone with 4 defenders at the back because you're probably saying I'm just contradicting myself because I've just said we don't need to defend ourselves. We do need to defend ourselves. What I'm saying is we don't need to park the bus, but we need to be exceptionally careful in the defensive section. So that's why I've gone with 4 defenders at the back, just to be safe. And adding to the fact that Karsdorp and Spinazzola are defenders but love attacking and hate defending, I have put Cristante and Matic just in front of the defense because they can create an absolute trench up there. They can do it. Cristante and Matic together is something which right now we didn't really see much of. But I think Matic is a vital point of Saturday's match. Matic, and I'm gonna say it out loud, unpopular opinion, is 48 hours before this match the player which we need the most in Saturday's match. Because Matic has got the experience to play against these clubs. And yes, he's slow, but if you put him in front of the defense, he is there to fight and he's there to grab the balls from everyone. He's there to put pressure on Locatelli. He's there to put pressure on McKennie. He's there to put pressure on Kostic. He's there to put pressure on Vlahovic as well. You know, it's that important. Matic's role on Saturday's match is vital. And if you put Cristante with his latest performances in these last 2 matches next to him, I genuinely think we can create a good trench in front of the defense. And it is important to put Matic in this team. Mourinho, if you're watching this, I do think Matic is vital. Moving on to my 4 attackers, obviously the Fab 4 in this match turns into Fab 3 because Nico is injured. He's out for 3 weeks. He should be back for the away match against Empoli, which is not this, so he would miss this match, the match against Monza, and the match away at Udinese. And after that, he should be back. So it's not a major injury. But obviously, he is injured for this match. I've risked it. And I've put Zalewski up front. El Shaarawy definitely has more experience to play in these matches. And El Shaarawy, in the second half of the last match, surprised me a lot. He played exceptionally well. But I want to see Zalewski because when Zalewski starts running, I think it's hard for anyone to stop him. And I've put Zalewski up front for one big reason. I've put Zalewski up front because they are going to play with Bonucci in defense. Bonucci's a great physical player, but Bonucci is very, very slow. If Zalewski starts pointing Bonucci on speed, he can send Bonucci back to where he belongs. And that is the reason why I put Zalewski. Plus, if you link the end of last season, Zalewski had incredible link-ups with Tammy, and Tammy needs to get back scoring. And I think Zalewski can help Dybala a lot. Because you know how Zalewski starts running, cuts back, and passes it kind of horizontally into the middle. That's the perfect chance for Dybala to score, because he stops the ball there, and he curls it with his left foot. I've put Zalewski up front because I want to see Zalewski up front. And then Pellegrini just in between Dybala and Zalewski. Now, I could see Dybala and Pellegrini swapping positions because it's something which we didn't really try, and it's something which I think benefits Dybala more. because I think Dybala is more used to playing a central position. So, in fact, I'm not going to change the graphic, but I'm going to change Dybala in the middle position where Pellegrini is now and Pellegrini where Dybala is now. I think this is a very important match for Tammy. It's, the most important thing in this match is not Tammy to score. The most important thing is to try and get something out of this match. But it is important for Tammy to have a relationship back with scoring goals, because he's been lacking goals lately. So I definitely want to see Zalewski up front. I'm not saying I don't want to see El Shaarawy up front, because I think El Shaarawy has his advantages and Zalewski has his advantages. But I think for the type of this match, I would rather see Zalewski, because speed will play a big factor. And, they've got Bremer in defense, who's a really good player. In fact, I think the big threats in this match are Bremer in defense, because if he turns up to a match, just like Smalling, it's going to be hard for us to score. And I think the big threats on our side against us, are Vlahovic and Kostic. Kostic is such an underrated player. He is a bastard of a player, but if Kostic and Vlahovic team up, both Serbian link, know each other well from the national team, I think Kostic can cause trouble, especially because Karsdorp doesn't love defending. Neither does Cilic. So I've put Karsdorp in just because of experience. I could easily put Cilic, but none of them love defending. And if Kostic starts going, he's gonna have a good link up with Vlahovic. At the end of the day, last comment of the match. It's a match where, yes, Juventus might look as the favourites, but realistically speaking, they're not. They are, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, they're not. Juventus, 2 game weeks into the season, is already living a very, very, very chaotic state of mind. After the 0-0 draw, Allegri got interviewed at Sky Sports, and he had a massive debate with everyone, and he started blaming his own players after 2 game weeks. If we can exploit this chaotic state of mind, stay together as a brotherhood, the word which has defined us, I think we can get something from this match. One thing which I will add is that the records are totally against us. We always say we can get something from this match, It's been 10 years we're saying this, but at the end of the day, Juventus always win this match. In fact, since this stadium, their stadium, has been named, since Juventus changed stadium and started playing in this stadium over here, Roma have only won once. And this time they won, the only time they won, was when Juventus was already champions of Italy in the last match of the season, and they were playing with all of their reserves. The records in this stadium are pretty bad. This match always ends 1-0 to them with a header. Last year was Ken. 2 years ago it was Bonucci. 3 years ago it was Benatia. It is difficult, because the records are totally against us. But fun fact for you guys, the referee of this match, fun fact, last season, the referee which is refereeing this match, last season, when Roma had him as a referee, Roma always won. And when Juventus had him as a referee, Juventus always lost. That's a good record. Hopefully, #refereeings on our side. But yeah. So, last thing which I will say is that, Saturday's a big match. Speaking about Europa League, tonight are going to be the last playoffs or matches of the Europa League. And definitely look out for Olympiacos, because Mady Camara will play. And tomorrow it's the draws, which are interesting, because just looking at the Champions League draw, right now, I definitely say in the Europa League, we will definitely get one out of Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Inter Milan, because they all were in a group stage together. And definitely one between Napoli, Ajax, Liverpool and Glasgow Rangers. It's a tough Europa League. Tomorrow we will know our verdict. Bodo Glimt is in the Europa League and all of that. So, who knows? Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to go live for Mourinho's press conference reaction, nor for the Europa League draw live, because tomorrow I'm finally making my way back home to Rome. I've made it to Bodo. I'm absolutely dead. I'm knackered, so I can't wait to get back home. So Mourinho's press conference reaction will be on Saturday morning and on Saturday evening. The famous live watch along, you don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. Set reminder, it's Juventus against Roma. No further explanation. We need to beat these thieves, these rats, these cretins, these sewer rats and all of that. We need to beat them. And we can beat them. We do have the weapons to hurt them. So it's not looking. I'm so looking forward for this game. This is an important game, and I think it's a great time for us to play them too. I totally agree with that. It is an away game. I don't think Mourinho is watching. I know he's not. If he does, though, Jose, I'd put Zalewski. I'd put Matic. Bonucci is horrible. Great idea, Simon. I would love to see Zalewski start. Will AS Roma be able to make new signing? That's just a rumor. Yes, they are. They are going to be able. That's just a rumor. I predict Tammy and Dybala at the front, Pellegrini behind them. Do we have a replacement for Korstop? Chilik. And I mean, ladies and gentlemen, what was I going to say again? Oh, I completely forgot. Belotti. Who knows if Belotti will be available for this match? And who knows if Dybala will score in his return at the Allianz Stadium? Without further ado, this match has no descriptions. On Saturday, 6:30 Italian time, 5:30 p.m. UK time. Wherever you're from, figure it out. You do not want to miss it. Juventus against Roma. And yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to smash the subscribe button. Let's try and get 5,400 subscribers as fast as possible. So please subscribe, share the link of my channel with your families and friends. Also, don't forget to smash the like button in this live stream. And don't forget to comment in the comments your small match previews for Saturday's match. Follow me on Instagram over there in the orange box over at Simon lower score, ASO lower score. And lads and lasses, another 1-0 win. That's a really good prediction. I would sign on a piece of paper for a 1-0 win. Simon, is Belotti playing? I wouldn't say he's playing. He's potentially landing. He's most probably going to land in Rome tomorrow. Potentially sitting on the bench, but not playing. No. So, Belotti update is that he will be in Rome tomorrow. So, catch you soon. Simon, out.